This is my seat. I'm sitting right here.
Mm-hmm. If you want, unless you want to sit over there. Whatever.
I'm good like that.
Like this, babe.
TV podcast real quick. You already know what it is. We here. Motherfucking hoodpass Platinum Plus P in the building. Grindhard. You know what it is.
Yep,
All right.
yep.
You know
Let's
what
get
I'm
to
saying?
it.
That's our producer right here going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
We're born on the boards.
I know what it is. Grindhard TV podcast, Rough Riders Radio, iHeart, Spotify, hiphop.tv. We all over. Y'all know what it is, man. We got Platinum Plus P. She got me actually on her show.
That's right.
And she's, you know what it is, how we recycle everything and
That's right.
make it happen.
Yes, I always tell everybody how me and you I came on your show.
Yeah.
And it was so dope. Are we on? Did you put us on yet?
Tell me when.
I'm ready right now. Let's go.
I mean, doing the intro, yeah?
Okay, throw the intro on first.
You have a hooked mic up in front of him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're right here. It's your mic.
Right here. Put this over here. Where's that? Get both of us like this.
Microphone check. Yeah, my mic is on. Your mic is on over there.
1, 2. Ooh, sounds crispy. Crispy.
Crispy clear.
All right, let me get this real quick. Oh, I like your intro.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, looking crazy. Crispy. I like it.
Platinum hood pass tapped in, don't miss. Welcome to the realm where the game sound rich. Hosted by the queen, that's Miss Platinum lit.
Who did that for you?
That producer newborn on the boards.
Fire. I like that.
Running up the charts off a thought and a twist. Hosted by Miss Platinum, talk that slick. You just understand when you press that click.
That's me, y'all. What up, what up, what up? We on the Platinum Hood Pass podcast. Y'all already know. It's your girl, Platinum. We here, Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
Got my boy, World, Grindhard TV.
Uh-huh.
You know.
You here, yo. Thank you for having me, first off. First and foremost, I like to thank you for having me on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got a lot of history together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll before we start off, I just want to say thank you for choosing me, because when you was getting everything together, before you even had your podcast, and you was putting some things together to, like, push a couple artists under your umbrella, I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I appreciate that, and thank you. And I'm happy that you got your podcast and everything going, and I'm on your show right now as one of your guests. So it's a pleasure to be here with family, you know?
Thank you so much. You know what's so interesting is that you're used to doing the interview.
Yes. so I'm going to just sit here and answer your questions.
Yes. What's so good about it, because you even when I came on your show, and I co-hosted with you that time, remember?
Yes, you did.
It was so great, and we had Mary J. Blige sister on there with us.
Yep, shout out to her.
What's her name? I forgot her name. She had like a cute little name.
I forgot.
Hate that I forget her name.
But she's still doing her thing, because she was networking. Nelly, yeah.
This is Nelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, her little sister. Mary J. Blige's little sister.
Sexy, thick self.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, we had a nice time.
Nelly.
Yeah, we had a nice time.
Right.
And, you know, that was good. But, yeah, you're usually the one doing the interview.
Yes,
and so
facts.
I said, this time I'm going to call my boy World out to interview you.
Yes, I appreciate
so,
that.
you know, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Queens. Well, I was born in Brooklyn. Let's clear that up, because everybody, all my Brooklyn niggas be like, yo, son, you be ripping Queens so hard. I grew up in Queens. I moved to Queens when I was like 8. And
like me?
Yes.
Same exact age?
Correct.
What part of Brooklyn?
Brownsville.
Okay, I was in East New York.
So I grew up in Brownsville up until I was 8. Well, in between my birth and 8, I was moving around with a lot of different family members, because, you know, we had our apartment on 912 Saratoga, and we lived on Watkins Street, we lived on Marion Street, and then we lived with a bunch of family members, and, you know, we was like the black sheep of the family. My mom, she was a young mom with 4 kids, so she was struggling. None of us knew our pops. and all of that. So we was running around. So when we moved to Queens, we moved to the Travelers Hotel. It was a shelter type / welfare hotel, and it happens to be in East Elmhurst, Queens.
Okay.
And East Elmhurst, Queens, at that time when we moved, it was like 82, I think. Yeah, it was 82. Yeah, I was 8 in 82. Yeah, that's when y'all know my age. And that neighborhood just happened to be a neighborhood full of like rappers.
Like who?
Kid
Like
and
who?
Play, Salt and Pepper, Coogee Rap, Beat Nuts, Kwame, DJ Polo, Coogee Rap and Polo. Just so many. Got Eric B. lived right down the block from my elementary school.
Wow.
And he would bring out Rakim all the time. And my guy Sonny, y'all probably know him as Hassan now. He used to bring LL and all of the rappers through because he was very heavy in the game. You know what I mean? Like, and
Hassan, right?
Hassan, yeah. So he lived in my building. We from the Barn building, and his cousin Pat used to work at Mercury Records, and me and his cousin Nut, which is Hassan's brother, they always celebrate their birthdays together in December. Me and Nut was like this. I was like his little young homie.
Wow.
He was my OG, and he would take me to all of the concerts. So I didn't see Naughty by Nature, Black Sheep, Queen Latifah, all these performances, like rolling with the entourage and shit like that.
And this is when you're how old?
I was a little kid. I was like maybe 12.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, when Fresh Fest happened in the Nassau Coliseum and all that, Eric B. chartered a bus for all of the neighborhood kids to go. Like, that's
from your neighborhood.
From neighborhood, East Elmhurst, because he was from, Eric B's from over there.
Yeah.
So he chartered a bus, and I was like, oh, I'm going. And my mom was just like, oh, you too young. You can't get on that bus without no adult supervision. I'm like, hold up, but it's mad kids going. What you mean?
Right.
She was like, nah, you can't go. I was devastated over that.
Oh, man.
And I didn't never go. And then look, Fresh Fest is in the history of hip hop.
Yes,
Jermaine
yes.
Dupri was a little kid there doing this thing. And I was invited to go through Eric B. chartering a bus to go to that shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of staple hip hop, epic times in hip hop that I was a part of, or been there, or it's a 6 degree of separation.
Yeah, likewise,
of me being
likewise.
there. You know what I'm saying? Like when Suge said that shit on stage, yo, niggas don't want people dancing all in. I was in front of the stage at that shit.
Wow. Mine was, I was in front of this, not in front, but I was like, maybe like right up here when R. Kelly when we was, him and Jay had that little beef at the
when
concert.
somebody pulled out the gun or whatever.
Yeah, me and my girl buddy, we was right there, and he was like, he got scared. He looked down, and I said, "Well, I'm usually like, I'm like that as well." I told you I was like that day on the Ave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I stepped in Jamaica Avenue, in the Coliseum block in 1984.
Right.
The first day it opened.
Mm-hmm. I was 10.
I stepped in there on January 29th, 2026, unbeknownst to myself that was the last day.
Wow.
And I went there to go get my chain from Benny.
Yo, we all go there for, my jewelry come from there. My wedding band comes from Benny.
Yeah.
Like, this come from Sal. Yo, it's mad shit going on with Coliseum, and a lot of people don't understand how important that was.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about the Coliseum block, the Coliseum, Jamaica Avenue itself.
Yeah.
And how imperative and how important that is, not only to myself, somebody from Southside Jamaica, Queens, but for our hip hop culture.
Yo, hip hop culture. Like I say in one of my new songs, hip hop's my religion, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, we live and die for this shit. Obviously, you see us mad rappers dying over this hip hop shit.
Yeah.
So motherfuckers is living and dying for this shit. So people is like cherishing hip hop more than their own religion. Like, this is people's religion, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hip hop is a lifestyle. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really
from fashion to the way we speak, the way we talk.
Right.
And there's generations of people that have generational wealth off of hip hop, or building stuff off of hip hop. So this is bigger than what people think. And I was around from the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All of us from our generation.
Yes.
A lot of people don't understand.
But our generation is the beginning.
We began and started that. Everything that's going on right now. It might be going on a little differently.
Right.
Because of course it's evolved.
Right. And then it's in the different regions, and plus it's a whole different generation.
Right.
Like these young kids now, the young YNs and stuff, they totally different, but it's still hip hop.
Yeah.
Because I like a lot of the drill stuff. I just don't like when they be like suck my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they get
we curse on here?
I think we curse.
Okay.
I curse.
Look, they always say SMD, and you know what I'm saying, doing wild
Somebody
shit.
just sent me something that said STU. I'm like, what is that? Is that shut the fuck up? Is that shut up?
ST.
STU?
Shut up. Shut
Stop talking up. I have no idea what STU
It be so many
is.
little abbreviations of words. I'm like, yo, my son be texting me because my son he'll be 18.
Okay.
The Hawk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he be texting me and shit, and then he'll text me a whole bunch of letters, and I'm like, yo, what does that mean? And he'll be like, damn, dad, and then he'll text me, tell me what it means. But
Yeah.
I gotta learn from my kids
Yeah,
some of
me
the
too.
stuff. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
me
saying?
too. They
Like
have
I
to
feel like
teach us.
I'm outside, I'm in the street, but these youth, they got a whole nother realm.
Oh
of
yeah,
them,
they
you know what
got
I'm
a
saying?
whole different language. They have a whole different way that they communicate.
Facts.
They're nothing like we was growing up.
At all.
Nothing. And then they try to diss us a little bit sometimes.
Yeah,
They wanna
my
call
kids
us-
always trying to diss
try
me and
diss
stuff.
us,
But
call
then when
us
they come out
old.
with me and then they see how much respect that I got,
Yeah, then
and
they change it.
yeah, then they
change their way.
but you know what? Our kids are our kids. They're not gonna look at us like other outsiders. They're gonna look at us, oh, that's my dad. He's whatever.
Right.
He ain't
You only have
nobody.
one son?
I got two. Well, I got two biologically, but I got a few, you know what I'm saying, like
That you claim.
that
That's
I've claimed
okay.
and raised and
Listen,
stuff
that's
like
right,
that.
that's all
But
right.
biologically, the Hoffs. Because when I say the Hoffs, that means heads of the household. I'm speaking on my biological children.
Right.
The one that's going to carry my legacy on. They're
That's
my
right.
fruit of my loin.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
That's right.
serious and that's important.
That's
for
very
us.
important.
Legacy is important.
It's very
y'all.
important.
You could be with somebody and help raise the kids. Yeah, you love that child and everything, but ultimately that child is not your bloodline.
Wow.
Just know that.
Let me ask you something off that, a little off the subject about that. How do you feel about segregation when it first started? How
As
do
far
you
as like
feel?
with black
As-
people and stuff,
Yes.
I feel like we should have stayed segregated.
Oh,
The
wow.
only reason why we couldn't
Wow.
stay segregated
Uh-huh.
because white people were so mad that we were doing well without them that they went bombed and destroyed everything we had.
That's
So
right.
we had to kind of like play devil's advocate and play cool with them and coy so they wouldn't destroy what we was building.
Right.
It's so many different towns and cities that were doing well without white people at all.
At all. And the
At
thing,
all.
we had our own everything. We had our own lawyers,
Banks.
our own doctors, our own
Banks,
bankers,
hospitals,
our
schools,
nurses, our own
suits,
teachers,
supermarkets,
our own supermarket
everything,
owners,
farms.
everything. People that we damn near designed everything and invented everything
I ain't even gonna hold
anyway.
you. Platinum
So,
Plus. If I could be an activist as,
Right.
as angry as I am about what happened to my
Right,
peoples.
right. I used to say that if I was
But-
activist, they would. If I was any kind of political leader, they would have assassinated. me.
Exactly. So,
So,
there you go.
yeah,
That
but
says
yeah,
it all.
yeah,
I ain't.
yeah.
I don't like to really speak on it a lot because
Yeah.
when I do, I get angry and frustrated.
Right,
you know
but
what
when
I'm
you
saying?
said that about your son and your lineage, I found that interesting because
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with someone about the segregation, and they said absolutely the same thing that you said, and I
It's
found
real.
it interesting. But we also spoke on the different levels of African American people, unfortunately, how they also separated inside and within
Yes,
the culture.
because a lot of all of our ancestors that came to America as slaves,
Right.
they were sold by other black people.
Correct.
From Nigeria and Africa and different parts. They were sold as here, take them. Y'all gonna go to this other land and be good, but they didn't know that they were being sold as property.
Right.
And I'm very upset about how it went, but if it didn't go that way, would we be here right now doing
Right.
what we doing? Would hip hop have been invented from the
Right.
poverty that our peoples went through?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a 6 degrees of separation for everything. But I'm definitely not happy with how our people were treated. But it's a means to an end.
Right.
Like it gave us hip hop, all of
Right.
that, the hard times and everything that we went through. But throughout that, from them separating our black families, giving the welfare to the mothers, telling them no dads could be around,
Right.
and all of that. Like it was harsh and horrible and savagery the way we were treated, our peoples were treated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm totally against that. So
What about now with the way that we're living today? Now with all of the, still so much black on black crime.
Yes.
Still so many, black people killing one another. I mean, when are they going to stop and say, listen, it's enough already?
I think-
How come our hip hop culture wasn't strong enough to bring us together like it has brought other cultures together?
I want to tell you, and I'm going to speak on that right now.
Please do.
You know why I think that hip hop can't bring it together no more?
Mm-hmm.
Because the imagery that the masses and the higher ups put out there was destruction of us. That secret meeting that they said that they had back in the days
Mm-hmm.
about, yo, we're not promoting this positive hip hop, the Daisy Age and
Right.
and the Jungle Brothers and all of that, the stuff. What was the groups that was singing that? Hey,
Yeah.
all
That
of
was
the positive.
the
That-
60s. That was the
once
yeah.
Eazy-E and that Jewish man put out that NWA shit about fuck the police. All right, that was a message saying fuck the police, but that was the beginning of saying we only going to promote this type of music.
Right.
The wreckage of the community and
well, that was another plan. They were strategic on
exactly,
that as well.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
they
was
did
a
that
strategic
purposely.
plan.
They was like,
right.
we don't want to put out that good
Right.
unified hip hop. We want to put out the destruction.
Right.
So people could complain and say, oh, we don't want that music out there. Yeah, it was giving a message on how we were treated in the community, but yet they put that music out there and put it on the forefront to perpetuate the crime, because a lot of these industry executives, they were all investing in private jails,
right?
And they had to fill them jails up.
Oh, yeah.
So how they gonna fill them jails up? By perpetuating crime and
right.
murder,
right.
and even if it's in the lyrics, because words are spells. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like when you speak that out there,
that's right.
It's what it is.
Absolutely.
So they knew. Like, I ain't gonna front. White people, like they were kind of smart with how they fucking bamboozled our people.
Listen, I feel that the segregation was also a setup.
Yo, that was the main.
Oh, I feel that was the biggest setup.
You know why? Because it was said that Martin and Malcolm, they had a little beef.
Right.
And it was because Malcolm X didn't like the fact that Martin was trying to bring everybody together.
Correct.
He was like, nah.
Right. Remember, he was by any means necessary.
Any means necessary. It's for our people.
Our people
but
only.
when Martin started speaking about the economics of it, and
Correct.
yo, we want our money, but we also got to work together with y'all and stuff like that.
Right.
Malcolm X wasn't jacking that.
Right. Well, that's where the separation also came from, but people wasn't smart enough to see that either back then.
Right.
And you know that's basically what it was. It was showing the different classes, I think, of the black people.
Right.
Because and even today, we still have that today.
All right, like from the question that you asked, you said, what do I think about segregation? Do Jewish people have a problem with segregation? Hell no. Because they have their own communities.
That's correct.
Like if you go to Marcy houses in Brooklyn, everybody know about Marcy because Jay-Z's from Marcy.
Right.
But right across the street from Marcy is a whole Jewish community.
Jewish
and when COVID was going on, they didn't abide by nothing this government was saying.
What?
I know, because I was out there.
Right.
Yo,
Right.
They didn't care. They had their schools open. They had a whole bunch of kids playing in their gated schools with their school buses picking the kids up. All of their businesses on the strips out there was open. That COVID stuff didn't mean nothing to them. And they're all segregated within themselves in communities where there's other nationalities. So segregation is working fine for them.
Yes, it is.
Because they raping the system.
Ooh, they tight.
Aside from them doing all these businesses and keeping it within themselves because their lineage, like I said, they also are milking the welfare system.
Oh, yes, they are.
A lot of them are married in their country and they're here acting like they're not married and their wives are having 7 to 10 kids, getting super duper welfare, and the apartment that they claiming they live in is in a mansion.
That's right.
And that's a fact.
It's a fact.
When y'all go to all of these fucking areas and y'all see these Jewish areas and they got big giant mansions where you feel like, yo, where the fuck they getting all this money from now, these mansions? There's a lot of families living in the mansions that are on welfare.
Because let me tell you something about the Jewish community. If they have someone in their community that are on drugs or need help, they are going to the rabbi and the rabbi is helping them. You think the rabbi going to tell them, no, go to the rehab? No, we got you. We got you.
They're going to have their own rehab center.
They will make sure we pay your rent.
Yep.
Because they don't want you to lose that house.
Nope.
That's in that community.
Nope.
They're going to make sure that house stays in that community.
That's a fact. And I hope Jewish people listening to this, because we know what y'all doing.
Oh, definitely.
We know about y'all scams.
All the
we
time.
Know.
And they rule.
But then they'll say,
oh,
black people, tighten your bootstraps up and get yourself together and get off welfare. But you have these rich people that's milking the shit out of that system.
Yes, they are.
So why the fuck is we getting looked down upon on something that was pushed on us to divide us?
That's right.
But now white people, Jewish people are doing that and they're milking. If you go on YouTube right now, when you look up a community upstate of Jewish community where everyone's on welfare, you'll be just flabbergasted on how these people are milking this system.
Oh, you should see them upstate New York when they're walking around the town and they intimidate the jails. They go in masses.
They stick together.
Yes, they do. And they go there. They want to buy the jails. They want to, which is, no problem.
And let's not forget that a lot of them is like finagling old senior citizens out of their homes too.
Yeah. They're not letting nobody get those houses.
They buying up stuff.
They're not playing. They're
buying up
really
stuff like how everybody in our black community, we want to buy clothes and jewelry and cars and all of that. Well, they're buying up the real estate.
Yeah.
And that's how they're doing it. And I'm gonna speak on that too because I had plenty opportunities to buy a home or get into real estate. That's just not what I'm interested in.
Right.
I'm interested in other things. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? There's
Right,
other
that's
ways to get
okay.
wealthy. You don't have to just get real
No.
estate to do it. But the fact of the matter is they know that owning that house or that land or whatever, that's some real equity right
That's
there.
right.
You really
They
could do
understand it.
a lot and then take loans off of that and stuff like that. Because
Right.
that whole credit thing that we going through, that's a whole Jewish thing. If whoever listened, if y'all didn't know, this is the main reason why Hitler went after them. As soon as he overcame what he was doing, he stopped all of that fucking what's the I forgot what it's called. It's on the top of my tongue. You know when you take out credit and you got to pay it back, interest.
Interest.
He stopped interest because
Right.
that's what was fucking him over
Right,
there.
right.
And he said it was the Jews that was doing it. So he was like, nah, it's a dub. And this is why they had all of them concentration camps and all of that. This is why Hitler was doing what he was doing because
telling you,
that's what he
man.
felt. So back to your question about segregation. Yo, if we were able to not be killing each other the way we are,
Sure.
we would be fine with just in ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you notice, it was a plan to put Chinese, Arabs, everybody else in black communities so the dollar could leave the community like that.
That's right.
That's a fact. It was done. And this was all strategically done by the government.
Absolutely.
They was
Absolutely.
like, you as a black man, you ain't gonna get no loan to open up a store in your community, but we gonna give it to fucking
That's
Hu
right.
Wang Chim.
That's right.
Or we gonna give it to
Kim Lee.
Habib.
That's right.
We gonna give it to them because
That's
when they
right.
make your money, they gonna put it in our white banks out of your community.
Yep.
And that was all a plan. And we know, like
Oh,
a lot of people think we don't know, but we know what time it is.
I wish that because we knew better that we would do better. And I think that if we would be better as a community, black people, if they would pay it, not.
I
some
think a
them
lot of
don't.
people do
They
pay
just-
attention and know,
Yeah,
but
they-
it's just that some dudes don't
Yeah.
want to. I think subconsciously we've been so brainwashed to not be together
Yeah,
and want to be for
absolutely.
ourselves and
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that we don't understand like the severity of us not sticking together.
Right.
Because you see how other communities, you could go to a
Absolutely.
Chinese community where everything is
Yes.
Chinese. You could go to a
Flushing.
Jewish community where
Yep.
everything is Jewish.
Yep.
You could go to an Arab community where everything is Arab.
Yep.
You could go to a Middle Eastern community where everything is Middle
They sticking
Eastern.
together.
But in the black community, every store is not black. Every store.
Yep.
The only store that you might see black is a weed store.
Yep. And maybe clothing, maybe some for gays clothing line.
Something like that.
Yeah, they might have a for gays clothing line in the hood or something
Right.
like that.
But we
Yeah.
don't have a whole
strip of just
strip
black-
mall of stores in our community like they have in these other places. And that tells you right there that segregation wouldn't be bad for us, but it's just the government would reluctantly give loans to the people to start their business and they would make it
Absolutely.
harder for us.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem with us. Like people treat us so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I asked my mother, I said, Mom, why is we shout out to my moms, you know, she's 76
Shout out to
years old
mommy.
in
Mom
December.
too.
So shout out to my moms, love you, my only parent that I know. But I asked her, I said, Mom, why the hell are we persevere so much through everything and we still come on top and we invent everything, we everything a trend, everything is through us. We even built this country. The first wealth of this country was slavery, then cotton, then sugarcane and everything, all that. Why are we treated so bad and why are white people so petrified of us overcoming and being successful? And my mother said, if you believe in the Bible, it's a curse. She said when Adam didn't listen and bit that apple from Eve being deceived by the serpent, those were God and everybody were black. There was no white people back then. Everybody was black. So she's saying this is what her perception of it was. And it made a lot of sense to me because I'm like, how are we such a powerful, persevering people, but we still get so persecuted by these white people and these other people. And it's like Chinese people and Arab people, they all look at us, all them blacks.
Right, and they know that we're superheroes.
Right,
Like,
but
what
yet
is wrong with
they
them?
all want to be with a
That
black
they
person
all
or
wanna
they
be
all
with-
want to have
they
a
all
black
wanna look
child or
like
something,
us.
get
They
lips.
over the skin
But
like
yet
us.
we're so bad.
Yes, facts.
My mom said it was a curse because
Wow.
not only since she bit the apple, and I'm speaking on biblical terms, but not only has since she bit the apple that now women have to face the pain of birth and go through all the shit we go through, we are going through what we're going through now. Why black people had to be the ones to be the slaves that had to go through all of this to build this country? But then you got to realize how much more powerful we are. Only black people with this melanin could be in the fields working for 15, 16 hours. We're the strongest people. Like when they were selling
why I said
slaves
we're
back in the
superheroes.
days, they would put bigger chains on the most burly, strong slaves. So if a slave had a big chain around his neck or on his shackles, that knew that slave was the strong one. If you got a lot of land or field you need plowed or whatever,
Right.
you got to buy him.
Right.
Buy him. If they see that a woman is looking very, busty and everything like that, and they know they want to make more slaves, because just like a person get 2 dogs and breed dogs,
Correct.
they were breeding people.
That's correct.
Making a son sleep with the moms just to breed and have more of us. Even just to give the baby to a gator, to lure gators in. That's why they call it gator bait. Little babies were luring alligators out for alligators to eat the babies, for them to catch alligators and make shoes and eat alligators. Yo, we were treated so horrendously and barbaric. So for all these other nationalities to be looking at us like we're savages, like what the fuck did y'all do?
Right.
Y'all should be happy that we only want equality and restitution for whatever and not revenge.
Yes.
Because you think all these young dudes out here running around shooting up, killing each other, if them guns were turned, y'all motherfuckers would be fucked.
Yeah.
Y'all would be
said
fucked.
that we could take over if black people.
I'm telling you, yo.
If they would,
and I'll be saying this to all our young black men. Like, yo, y'all are our warriors. Y'all are our future soldiers. Y'all are our future engineers and doctors and everything. Stop dying so early, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, all that bullshit, smoking on this one on the packing. Y'all want to just run down with your poo shiesties and shoot everybody up like dogs. Like, we don't have to kill each other, man.
Okay, so speaking of poo shiesty. So I had no idea what that was or who he was.
Well, they're Pooh Shiesty masked.
Yes,
but
I had no idea.
They took it after him. I got Pooh Shiesty mask. Grindhard mask.
Of course you do. Mm-hmm. I know them from you. To be honest with you,
Facts.
I got to be honest with you. I know the Shiesty mask from you wearing them.
Right. The Grindhard gear out right now.
Grindhard gear, and I thought that the word Shiesty came about again from us. When we were children,
we used that word shiesty.
We used the word shiesty.
That's shiesty.
So I just figured that was something that we.
But Pooh Shiesty, it kind of came from his name. Yeah.
So I didn't know.
But he went to jail and he was gone for a little while. So when he came back and this whole thing happened with Gucci, now he's getting all of the publicity that he should have got. Because I didn't even know he was home.
That whole thing is a mess.
Yeah.
That situation is a mess right there with this.
And Gucci put the song out, so you know what they saying he did. The guy did it because Gucci said it in a rhyme.
Yeah.
And Gucci don't be lying. That nigga's he's a mental case. Like he has schizophrenia, bipolar.
Oh,
that runs in my family too.
He has mental health illness?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's schizophrenic, bipolar.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why his wife, when he starts going through his episodes, she shuts down all of his social media so he don't do something crazy online.
Wow.
Yeah, that nigga, he's kind of crazy. Not kind of, but crazy. Okay. And that runs in my family. That happened to a couple of my family members and my young nephew. He suffers from it now at a young age, and I feel so bad for him. But I'm nervous around him because they could do anything. They'll kill you.
So let me ask you something. How does that affect? Why is that affecting? Why are you saying that affected Gucci Mane in his music?
Because when you
and what he wrote.
Because a schizophrenic person is not gonna lie about what happened.
Oh, you're saying his mental health made him be truthful.
He ain't gonna lie. He gonna say what he say. I know they all say, oh, he's snitching. He's expressing himself in his rhymes. That's what hip hop is. You expressing what happened. That's when you go through something, that gives you the energy to come up with stuff. Why you think Taylor Swift doing so well? Every relationship that failed, she made a whole album about them motherfuckers. And it went fucking super platinum. Diamond or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Gucci Mane having this sickness, he ain't lying. That nigga did do that shit. Dumbass nigga, I don't give a fuck what you felt. You came home from jail from doing some dumb shit, and now you want to get out the contract. You could have easily negotiated with the guy.
It was so many different ways he should have handled that.
Yeah, man.
That just showed his level of immaturity, and I really feel bad for him as a 26-year-old young man that was supposedly be so talented. Definitely was very handsome, is very handsome, and it's sad that
he's probably very handsome in jail too to some motherfuckers. That's probably why they want to go back.
It's so sad.
You never know. This
so
gay
sad.
community is so big, you don't know who's really a straight or a gay nigga.
No.
Honestly.
True. Yeah,
so a nigga know if he in jail, he could be with his man friend or his boyfriend or his lover and it'd be okay. But outside, niggas got to be hot in they shit. Because sometimes you got to think, why would a nigga getting all of this money? You see him online, he got all this jewelry, all this money, all these cars, everybody loving him. Your song came out, it went damn near diamond real quick.
The L.O. First Day Out.
First Day Out.
Yeah.
Fire, I listen to it. I like it.
Me too.
Why would you fuck that up and go after your label boss with your peoples to extort it?
And you got on an ankle bracelet.
You got to be either retarded
That's what I said.
Or you
gotta
just
be
want to go back to
retarded.
jail.
Yeah.
You either retarded or you want to go back
I
to
said
jail
the
to your
same-
lover.
I said the same.
Why would you
exact
do
thing.
that?
I didn't say about him being.
You could have
with
went. He
the
could have
lover,
went online and just bashed him and like how the Locks did that. We want out. Did he get up
Yes.
with the contract?
Or
He
should
could have did that.
Listen, go to the man and deal with the man like a man.
Right.
Go and deal with him and sit down with him
Yep.
like a man. You was already on your way. You already
Once you got out of jail and that song went that out of here, you
You
could have
didn't even
easily
need-
negotiated with that
Should've
nigga. You could have went in there like,
easily
listen,
negotiated. Yes.
you see I'm back.
Yes.
This is the type of love I'm getting. And I heard he was going to be off that ankle monitor soon.
Oh my God.
He ain't have long
man,
on that
so
shit.
Stupid.
So it's like you either dumb or you want to go back to jail to your lover, nigga.
And you know what's so crazy is that today they're taping everything. So they taped it. They taped the watches. They taped the
Everything.
check. It's
I
like.
mean, look, y'all, I'm smoking on this pack. You know, a lot of these guys, because I be on YouTube a lot and I watch a lot of shit.
I do too. I watch a
I
lot
watch
of
this
stuff too.
shit.
It's like amazing.
And I'm telling you, like, these guys, when they go out there and they commit these murders of these other rappers, they will go right on their lives and practically tell on themselves.
Yes. Yes.
I cannot understand this shit.
I know.
And see, this is why from our era, a lot of shit happened. And you see why the internet is buzzing so much off of the stories from back in the days.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody knew.
That's right.
Everybody want to hear what
me
happened.
tell you
They
something.
only speculated it in the hood, but now online you got all these niggas with these shows that's talking about the preems and all of the
But
shit that
you
happened.
took it out of my mouth. I was
Yeah.
getting ready to say, do you know how many guys from my hood, from the South Side
Of
Jamaica,
course.
Queens, that I'm trying to get them to come here on my show, and a lot of them want, and this is old guys. We're talking
Right.
about Supreme Team era
Right.
guys.
Exactly.
And they are not, they're like, yo, Nick, not right now. Like, I'm not ready to give up my
Right.
story, not ready to give up my story yet.
But see, and what you saying that, I feel them, but there's no statute of limitation on murder, right? There's no statute of limitation on murder.
No.
So they don't want to get up here. But you don't have to get on a platform
No, of
and
course
run
not.
your
And-
mouth like that.
No.
But I think some of these
No.
guys are just waiting for the bag. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they got some news or some dirt that they could put out there. They waiting for the right platform to get the money. Because if they telling you not right now, then when? When is the right time? Because you could die
I've
and
got
nobody
some
will
say-
know it.
I have had some say not right now. I have had one guy say to me, my story ain't over yet, and I ain't ready to give it yet. I said, okay.
That's weird to me, but
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Everybody
whatever.
got their own reasons.
Everybody got their own reasons, but you know, if you
listen,
from the hood,
when Prince came home, he was on Mad Podcast telling his story.
I'm gonna have
He
Prince, I'm
knew.
gonna get Prince here on
Right,
my show.
that's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
I know you know, like I know this man knew, yo, they need to hear what I got to talk about. And he got on Mad platforms. And he's one of the main dudes out of back in the days. If it ain't Preem, it's Prince. It was Alpo, who he told his story. He got killed.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, these is the main guys that is so many YouTube videos about what they did back in the days. So for them guys to come home and they be the main, you know, so you hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
The main horse to come home and tell his story and what happened back then after doing 32 years. Because he did 32 years.
Yes, he did.
Right? How are some other guys that wasn't even on his level talking about, I don't want to tell my story yet?
Yeah,
You should be happy somebody want to hear your story.
Yes,
Come
I know
on,
a couple
man.
people
You're not
dropped the
infamous
bag
like that.
They dropped the bag behind that
Yeah.
a few times because they got too ahead of themselves.
Yeah, like-
don't get too ahead of
You
yourself.
wasn't
bro.
that big back in the day, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody wasn't talking about you like that.
Yeah,
Come
let
on.
me ask you, how about T.I. new song, Let Them Know? Doom.
You talking about the one with the video with the whole band in it and stuff?
I don't know if he had a band in it.
Yeah.
I only watched the
It's about his family, right? It's called Family something?
No, this one is called Let Them Know.
I don't think I even heard that.
That's some song. I guess he was directing that to
50?
yeah. And
Well, I seen the video
can we
to
bring
the
that song up? Can we bring that up?
I seen the video to the one where he was talking about his family. It's called Family something.
Oh, that one is actually really good too.
Yeah, I like that
one.
one.
Listen,
I always like
T.I.
T.I.
Oh, me too. I was
But
getting
you know
ready to
what? I feel another way because I be in Atlanta a lot.
say- Okay.
I feel like T.I. has a little issue with us New York niggas, man.
All right, talk to me about that. Talk to me.
Because,
That's
like-
some hood shit. Talk to me about that.
Why you trying to diss New York and talking about I want smoke with any New York artist? But
Oh,
soon
he
as
said
Busta
that?
stepped up,
Oh, he
now
said
you
that?
trying to say Busta is out your age bracket? Yo, rap
Hold on,
is
wait a
rap.
minute. T.I. said that?
When Busta said, yo, I want all the smoke. T.I., what's up? Let's do it. I'm going to bust your ass. You my nigga, I love you, but I'm going to bust your ass. You know what T.I. said? Yo, aren't we, you know, he tried to get in his little political voice. Well, aren't we a little bit of an age gap here? And what? What do you mean?
Right. Right,
Busta Rhymes,
versus.
exactly.
He wanted to do the verses with 50. Though.
50 like dogs, you ain't even on my level yet,
Right.
man. Get
Yeah.
out of here. Like
Yeah.
T.I.'s big,
Yeah.
but T.I. didn't go
ain't like-
diamond.
Right.
T.I. don't have hit series all over the fucking all of the networks.
I don't know.
You had your
he
little
ain't
family
messing with-
show,
he ain't
which was
messing
cool.
With
Come on.
with Boo Boo on that. Now.
Come on. Power
He
is
ain't
the
messing
Power
with all that.
universe and all of the things that 50 done done is way bigger. And T.I. been in some big movies.
Yeah.
He been in some big movies, so he's
And
a
he
good
got some
actor.
big bread. He got some big bread off of that
Yeah.
that lawsuit. Now that was a good.
Which lawsuit?
Oh, remember the Bratz doll or something like
I
that?
didn't know that.
He got some big bread.
Okay.
T.I. got like I don't know if it's 8 or 80. Like he got some big
So
money
the Bratz.
off of that.
Oh, that's right, because his daughters was like the Brats or something,
like that. Somebody did
Oh,
something
yeah, I
that
didn't
took
know
their
about
daughter.
that. But I like
took them,
T.I.,
they got
but
some
I
money.
don't like the fact that a lot of South niggas be trying to like. I don't
didn't
know
know
why
he
niggas
was
is.
coming. I think, but you know what it is, New York, because of who we are.
Yeah.
It's because of who we are. It's like that everywhere we go. Even as not being, just being regular people, we're not even celebrities like that.
But Platinum,
And
you
when
got to
we
think
go-
about it too. When we was doing our thing and the crack era happened, mind you, the government brought crack into the neighborhoods.
Absolutely.
Black people were just able to know how to be pharmaceutical
That's it,
motherfuckers.
finagle it.
Before Novo Nordisk and all of these
Yeah.
other motherfuckers,
Yeah.
it was black niggas in the hood know how to cook that shit
That's
up and
correct.
double it up and flip
Correct.
these ounces and sell them keys. And that was the
Correct.
CIA bringing that shit in through Ricky Rose.
Right.
Rick Ross.
Yeah,
the real Rick Ross.
Listen, all I did was count dollars back
Exactly.
then. That was what I was. It's so funny when we talk about that growing up in the hood and girls and what we did. I wasn't a bag up girl. That was never my thing.
Right. You was
know what I'm saying?
counting money.
Yeah, I was really moving and shaking, and then I'm counting money.
Okay.
And when I learned in Southside Jamaica, Queens, I went to Far Rockaway and got money out there. And I was a kid. I went to Far Rock like 14.
Okay. Well, 14 is around the time when you start really feeling yourself and you starting to branch out and not be a little kid under mom and dad and you trying to find yourself. That's why I be on my 14-year-old, but I want to let him spread his wings too.
Yeah.
Because, he's a good kid. He's doing very well in school. He's an
yeah.
excellent basketball player. I love my kids, man, and I want them to experience life and not try to like, you know how some, like in the Caribbean world, the parents be so hard on their kids that they'll go out there and do
Caribbean?
something. No,
Okay.
no. But my first, what I thought was my firstborn, my first son, he's Caribbean, and this is why I have the Trinidadian connection and stuff.
Okay,
like that.
I'm a Trinidadian.
Yeah, when I go to Trini,
Yeah.
I drive around Trini like I live there. Like
You think there's a big tick when
yeah.
excuse me.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I know about that. But shout out to Miki out there in Trinidad. We got some business we got to handle and stuff like that. But I just recently found out a few years back that this son I was raising wasn't my kid.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I was married to his mom's.
Wow.
And I caught her cheating. She moved back to Trinidad, and I just started flying him back and forth. I started going back and forth, going out there a lot, sending money all the time. And just a few years back, I went to DNA test all of my kids because I was opening up businesses in their names. So I'm about legacy.
Right.
So I'm like, look, I'm about to open up a business with this one and do this, that, but I need to like DNA test everybody to make sure. And turns out he not mine.
Why? He didn't know either.
He didn't know either.
Oh, that's
so
sad.
it only didn't just fuck me up, it fucked him
How
up.
old is he?
Now he'll be 29 this year.
But you still, I'm
But
sure, y'all still.
I found out when he was 27. I just found out.
God.
I took care of him all his life.
So,
He's still my son,
Of course.
but his moms can't be forgiven for that. Like his pops, who's really his pops, died. That's his brother's father. So his brother know his father, but he don't know his father because his mom's lied about me being his dad this whole time. So she didn't only just shorten me of a legacy, she didn't stopped him out of knowing his other sibling.
That's sad, yeah.
And it's fucked up. And some women be like, oh, I'm sorry. But you did a lot.
Right.
It's a lot behind all of them years of that lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm all about legacy, man. I still love him and everything like that.
Good.
But his daughter's not really my granddaughter. I'm out here saying, I got a granddaughter, I'm a grandfather, all proud, and it's all a lie. That shit ain't cool.
No, it's not.
That shit ain't
It's
cool
not.
at all, man.
It's not.
So,
I'm sorry that happened.
like I said, I got other kids that I've raised and helped raise and financially supported, but biologically, I have 2 sons, and that's what I have. And that kind of that's kind of disheartening to me because I thought I had 3 sons and a granddaughter.
Right.
And now I don't because of a lie.
Right.
You feel me? So
Wow. Yeah, that is disheartening. It is wrong to do. It's wrong when
a lot of people putting
do
jackets
things
on dudes because
Yeah.
they wanna go fuck with old boy over there, and then they want to be with the dude that they know is the responsible one that gonna take care of the thing.
course.
So It's a little dig, but at the same time, I feel like, you know what? I am the responsible one that's a provider and always done the right thing by my children or what I thought was my children. So that's cool to think of it in that way, but that shit is horrible. The fact that I don't have my firstborn or my granddaughter.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
It
and
is.
you just can't forget that.
No,
It's not
of
something
course
you just
not.
forget. And if you keep funding that, then that means what her lie is good. And you just perpetuating her lie and any other woman that's pinning the baby on the responsible guy. That's nah. Tell a dude from the gate, like, yo, it's a possibility that this child ain't yours. Or
correct.
now going forward, everyone should get a DNA test at birth. That should be mandatory because there's too much of that going on. It's a guy that just killed his wife because she found out his 4 kids ain't his. All 4 is not his. So while he going to work, working his ass off, breaking his ass, you fucking Johnny from downstairs or up in the attic, and you pinning all these kids on this man, and then he found out he bodied her.
Wow.
Bodied her. And
Wow.
I ain't even mad at him.
See? Y'all see how life is?
I ain't even mad at that.
You know? And it's
You
true.
don't do
It's
no shit
horrible.
like that.
It's horrible. Women
You could have
should
been
not
with the
do
guy
that.
and let him know, like, listen, babe, this and that, but I've been
Yeah.
with such and such, and this is not your kid, and all that.
Yeah.
Because listen, with all of this welfare and all this shit going on, every woman gets help with their child. Especially when you get children, you get more help.
Yeah.
So you pinning a baby on another dude when you really caring about another dude. You don't care about this nigga. You just care about what he can provide for you. But you fucking and making love to this other man and bringing his loin into this world. But you pinning it on another nigga?
Yeah, that's just foul. That's just
unacceptable.
nasty work. Yeah,
It's
that's just
unacceptable.
nasty work. And you know what? I think that it has to do with that's just a bad person. You know what I'm saying? That's a horrible person to be like that because it has nothing to do with you and you're selfish. It's selfish because you're not just hurting the child, you're hurting the man. Like it's 3 other people involved.
Right.
You, the granddaughter, and the son.
Yep.
And the man that died.
Yep.
And the son.
And his other
His brother.
son, because they always had beef with
That's
each
what I'm
other,
saying.
thinking that, oh, this son is getting more from what his father did for him, but turn out y'all got the same fathers. But the mother been lying all this time, pinning him on me, and I'm being a provider. But you know what made me kind of like
Bad luck
be
on
calm? Because one year he flew up here, the brother, and he said to me, he said, "Your world, like, I want to thank you because everything that you've done for Miki, it was for all of us." And I knew it. I knew, like, me sending money down there and sending clothes and doing all the shit I was doing. I know it was beneficial to everybody. When a man sends money to a household for his child, that money is provided for everybody in the house. So a woman can't say shit about, oh, that ain't money, don't do nothing. Yeah, I know. You're using that money for all your children, but it's whatever. That's what a provider does. But the fact that a woman would lie all of these years, and then, so just say, for instance, if I was sick and I was in a hospital and I needed one of my kidneys for my child, and then I'm in there and I got an older son, he got 2 kidneys, let me get one. And it turns out that I found out that way. And there's a lot of men finding out that way.
Oh, yeah,
that blood ain't the same blood.
That's right.
That ain't your bloodline.
Yeah.
And that's how important that shit is.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's why I think Nick Cannon is having so many babies. For one, he's rich, he could do that. But he has a kidney disorder.
Yes,
So
he
the
does.
more kids you have out there, they all got 2 kidneys.
Yeah.
So as an old man, if you want to preserve your life, get your kid. You got fucking 10 of them.
Yeah.
That's 20 kidneys.
Yeah.
Get a kidney from one of them. They want to, as they grow old, they're going to want to be in his good graces to inherit whatever it is he leaving for them. So if you need a kidney, get one of your kids. And that's the whole thing. That's why he's breeding so much.
Yeah.
So it's important for us to breed for multiple reasons. So when a woman pins mad other niggas' babies on a dude, yo, that's unacceptable.
No, it is.
That's
it is
nasty
unacceptable.
work.
I agree.
That's
I agree
nasty work.
120.
And that's why I made that song Go Bay Bay.
Okay.
Go Bay Bay. Because in the song I say, raised the boy to a man and he wasn't even my baby.
Yeah.
You want some sneak shit. You take my kindness for weakness because my pocket's the deepest. You was lining me with sweetness, but your sour love got me smoking sour bud, and I want you out in the hour, bitch. Relationship is a dub. That's what all that shit is about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so how's that going? How's your music going? What's
Oh,
going
the
on with
music
that?
is great. Like, I got a project coming out right now called Worldorama's Vision. Actually, I just signed the imprint with my guy H, Ambassador H, and all of them through Sony. And so the Cold World single is being re-released through Sony and Ambassador H and all of them. That's coming out. I got the They Love World project is out right now, just for downloads with my guy DJ Weighty Wolf. I got a new Caribbean single out with Blue Lion, Blue Lion. It's called Blessings.
I like
Blessings
Blue
Account.
Lion.
Yes,
Yo,
you got a
Blue
record out.
Lion is dope.
He's fire, and we got to bring. And we recorded half of it in Trinidad last year when we was at the carnival.
Okay.
So Blue Lion was out there, and me and Crucial was out there. So we went to his hotel,
No.
and I got the footage. You know what I'm
No.
saying? So it's out there right now. And then we came back to the Bronx maybe a few months later, and then we finished it off, and now the single's out.
All right, that's what's
So
up.
we gonna pull up on VP Records. They having something that day. Brunk Up sent me something about VP Records on the 18th. So I told Blue Lion and Crucial, yo, since we got this new single, this Caribbean single, we might as well pull up and go crazy in front of that shit and go wild. So we're gonna be there April 18th in front of VP Records. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's
but
what's up.
yeah, man, that's what's going on. Then I got the movies out. I'm in Lucy the movie that's on Tubi right now.
Okay, wait a minute. Tell me about that. What's that
Yeah,
about?
I play the cousin of the main character. The main character, his name is Jay, and
Okay.
he's the guy that played the young dude. Remember in Belly when DMX was geesing the dude? Like, oh, yo, you let him talk to you like that? And he shot the dude? Well, that's Jay Paris.
Okay.
I play his cousin. My character name is Black. And that's on
I feel
Tubi
like
right
I
now.
know Jay Paris.
Yeah, you do. You do. He played in a lot of movies lately. You do know him. Jay Paris. If you look him up on Instagram when we finish this interview, I know you know him. You know everybody.
That's
You
what's
know what
up.
I'm
I'm glad that you got a chance to do all of these
That's a
things.
fact.
Tell me, I want to know how long have you been doing your Grindhard TV?
Grindhard, this year is the 22nd anniversary.
I was gonna say 33 for
Yeah,
some reason.
I ain't up there. That's Uncle Ralph. I ain't up there with Ralph yet, but I'm right behind him and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy DWI too, because he's another one. He's a pod father. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I always say it's Video Music Box, then it's Grindhard, but it's Video Music Box, then it's DWI, then me. And
Okay.
that's how it happened, like
Yeah.
back then, where everybody was all hooped over Ralph McDaniels and Video Music Box, and then I remember DWI doing his thing, and then Grindhard we started our thing. So this is my 22nd anniversary. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
good. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I like to feel like I'm an original podcaster too, because I think my first podcast was, what year was that, Mr. Newborn? What year was my first podcast? I'm talking to the producer. He's actually a producer on the first show that I had, the Platinum Lunchbox.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
2016.
That was in 2016?
Oh, okay.
Grind FM.
Yeah, Grind FM.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's
yeah.
what's up.
It was dope. It was dope.
It took me a little while to get into podcasting though, because you know me, I was more so just filming celebrities, interviews, and live performances and videos.
Yeah.
But then it was a girl named Stella Steph that she came to me one day. It was a show called Project Life. I don't know if you remember. That was out of Brooklyn. It was when web series was really
Web series
big.
was out,
It was
yeah.
Money and Violence. It
Money
was
and Violence. Pray Before You Eat.
Yep. It was what's the other one from East
Paper
New York?
Chaser.
What's the one with Pop and all of them from
Yeah,
Show
that's
Films?
that's my boys from Queens.
Nah, Pop and them. Well,
Pop is from Queens.
he live in East New York. They from East
Oh,
New
I'm
York.
sorry.
Project
yeah,
Heat.
Yeah, Project
Project
Heat.
Heat,
That is
right.
well, Pop family is from Queens though.
Yeah, I know,
But
I
he
know.
does live in
Yes. Yeah,
he's supposed to come to my show.
Yeah,
Pop's supposed to come to
shout
my
out to
show.
Pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out
Pops
to him.
show up
I
all
went
of
to the premiere of Project Heat.
That's what's up.
Because
Yeah,
I did a couple of movies back then as well.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's
that's
name
what-
some of them so I can watch them? Because I be in the house watching shit.
Easter Sunday
Yeah.
is
On what?
so good. You
Where's
can
that?
find it on YouTube.
Okay.
That
Easter
was an
Sunday.
RH Bless Block Exchange production. It was about some boys that went away to the Shea Stadium on Easter and got into some trouble. It's
Yo,
a true story.
that happened all the time
Yes,
back in the
so
day.
it was from Red Hook.
And
And it
I'm
was-
in the Red Hook series too. They got
Yeah.
a series about Red Hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in episode 2 and 4. I perform one of my records in the joint, and it's Method Man's daughter's in that, and
Wow.
his son, and it's a couple people. Yeah, we in that too. Red
Yeah,
Hook
so
series.
Easter Sunday's best. I did Miseducated. Bless is gonna kill me. I think it's Miseducated or Uneducated, something like that. A series that I did too. I was in that twice.
Right.
Yeah, I did a couple of things. Paper Chase.
You in some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look them all up now because I be like I was in a car accident in January.
I'm
This
so
is why I
sorry
was
to
was
hear
on the
that.
Long Island Railroad, and my car that car's a dub, and since Geico was trying to go so crazy on insurance, I figured let me wait a little while before I put my other cars on the street, because I got other V's. I just don't got them on the street. So I ride the bus and the train. I'm in New York. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But it's like I lost my train of thought right now. But damn, what the fuck was I talking about?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. That chain is really nice.
Oh yeah, shout out to my guy.
House?
Shout out to my guy. You know what I'm saying,
Benny?
Sammy.
Oh, that's Sammy.
That's Sammy. Benny did he did my
band?
wedding band and my wife's wedding band and all that. He did my other chain with my kids on it.
Yeah, I had lost this chain, and Benny, I gave him a picture of it. I got this chain 25 years ago, and I lost it when I went to the derm, and he made it for me, and then he gave me this one as a wedding gift.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Benny. Oh, speaking of that, did you hear about that guy, Johnny Dang? He sold like $200 million in fake jewelry to all these rappers. He just got bagged. I just seen that shit online. Johnny Dang, that Chinese guy that's always going like this.
Right.
That nigga, all his jewelry is costume jewelry.
Well, damn, he has some good looking costume
They said,
jewelry.
yeah, should be looking good. They said that this motherfucker caught niggas for over damn near $1 billion.
Where he at right now?
They bagged him. They arrested him and everything. Yeah, they arrested him. They ran in Houston. They raided his jewelry shop in Houston, and they found that all of the diamonds was fake. The jewelry wasn't real gold. All that mad shit. So look about how much money he made off of the hip hop community.
Yep.
How many rappers is out here buying jewelry, spending mad bread, thinking that they getting their right shit right? And he was the first. Obviously, if he'd been doing it that long, he was the first guy that had those costume diamonds where when you put the tester on it and it still tests like it's real. He was doing that shit for years. Because obviously, if them guys is paying $150,000, $200,000 for their chains, he obviously was showing them like, look, it's real, and he knew them shits wasn't real.
Yep.
And look how much money he made off of the hip hop community.
Wow.
So there you go. He just got bagged. I just saw this yesterday.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Did you hear about the shooting on Merrick by Floyd Flake Church?
Yeah, that some guy, and I seen people in the comments saying R.I.P. to such and such. They were saying some guy's name. They said him and his brother was killed. Not that day, but he said, I hope he's doing better up in heaven with his brother. So that guy. So obviously he must have came to somebody's funeral, and somebody who he had beef with saw him
and shot him right there by the hearse.
Killed.
My thing is that you really are heartless. People wake up in the morning and people don't have. But you know what I did learn? And let me say this because I learned that you never know what it is. Okay, I'm going to say that. And I'm going to say that because we don't know what he did.
Exactly. So we never could say, people's heartless, because that kid could have raped his little sister, could have shot his brother, or did something, and the nigga ain't seen him yet.
Yes.
And you know what's up? I'm glad you brought that up, because since I be on YouTube watching a lot of stories about niggas from back in the days, that dude that was down with 50, dumb out guy, Maserati Fox.
Oh, F.O. That's my friend. I knew F.O.
But you know why he got killed, right? That dude, it was a guy in Baisley that got shot years ago. Maybe like 15 years ago. Maserati Fox had something to do with it. He didn't do the killing, but he sent the niggas over there to do it. That guy who got killed in Baisley, his brother searched for that nigga for 15 years.
Yeah, I know about that. I heard about that.
That's why. Yeah, so you can't never tell no guy, that beef is always over. Nah.
Right.
That nigga was his brother's keeper until the end.
Well, I know that's right, because the nigga killed my sister.
Yeah. So
and I don't care if I'm 85, I'll pull up on him and I'm gonna kill him and everybody that he with because that I'm with
even
that
kid, the guy who killed him, he got caught years earlier hiding in the bushes to get Maserati Fox. But some lady saw him in the bushes and called the cops, and the dude got bad because he had the gun on him. He went to jail for a few years off that gun charge, came back and still went after him. He was like, I don't give a fuck what happens. As long as I'm alive, that nigga gotta die. So you can't put a stipulation on somebody wanting revenge. You kill somebody's brother, mother, son, sister, what? You don't know how deep that goes. That's like when Alpo came home and he was telling all these stories about the niggas he killed.
And they killed him quick.
Exactly. You don't know how many
around the hood. You running around the hood like you ain't did
these YNs are the sons and nephews of the niggas that he killed.
That's correct.
And these niggas is gun boys.
That's right.
So you think you gonna ride through the hood trying to sell your little dope when you supposed to be in a fucking upstate somewhere as a informant hiding? You in the Harlem riding around flossing like back in the days.
He thought the time was gonna Nah, these niggas was creeping. They was
these
waiting.
little niggas is not jacking.
Yeah, they wasn't
you
jacking
running around
that at
here
all.
talking about what you did in the past, but what you did in the past affected some of
affecting
these
us,
little
that's
niggas
right.
that grew up without their
That's right.
fathers
That's
or their
right.
uncles that you killed, and you out here bragging about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, you
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
go,
they
my nigga. That's
definitely
it.
go off him. I was
You gotta
shocked
go.
when I saw that, and I said, I
Yeah.
can't believe this dude is outside running around like
when you're
that.
supposed to be in some witness protection
Yeah,
program, but you in
yeah.
Harlem flossing, getting on interviews. Yo,
He
I'm
was
out.
in big cars. Yeah, he was doing him. He
Dogs,
thought
is
he
you
was doing
serious?
his big one.
I guess he
Yeah.
thought he was Superman and bullets
He
couldn't
did.
penetrate his flesh or something.
He did. He thought he
You
was.
killed
he
too
thought
many
he was
people
gonna
to
do
be
that.
out here bragging about it with all these young YNs. It's now young men with guns.
Yeah.
They all got guns.
And they about it, and they not scared.
Nope.
They not
Niggas is
scared to
shooting.
shoot. These little young dudes is not scared to shoot.
Niggas are shooting.
Yeah, I heard. It was some. They were saying. What's her name? Erica Ford.
Right.
I seen something online with her saying 50 was the reason why the YNs was running through Southside. 50 said, I'm a law-abiding citizen, miss.
Right.
You know? So I know at the end he had made a statement saying that someone had slapped her, Troy slapped her, but we apologizing for that, Erica Forby. He's not that person anymore.
Right.
You know.
But you know, back in the
When
days,
he
it was
slapped her.
it was real though, man. It was
Yeah.
real back in the days, and
Yeah.
you couldn't easily just come out and do whatever and say whatever. I
Yeah.
remember back in the days during the drug era, like, yo, there was a time where you had to kiss your family goodbye every time you went outside.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if you coming back.
Yeah.
So I praise that I made it. Because when I was 19, I was stabbed 20 times.
Right.
Back and forth beef with niggas.
Wow.
I got, they caught me slipping. You know what I mean? Shout out to that bitch ass nigga that ain't hand me the gun out the window, but you know what I'm saying? I was caught slipping and niggas stabbed me 20 times and I
Wow.
almost died. The year I graduated high school. As soon as I graduated high school, I was stabbed after that over some beef and I almost died.
At 17.
I was 19 when I
Ni- oh,
graduated. You know, I
19.
was late. I got left back when I was in the second grade, and I went to jail my freshman year in high school. And then I wanted to stay in high school because my mom's never had none of her children graduate from high school or go to college before me because I got two older siblings before me.
Okay.
And they didn't graduate high school and stuff. So,
Uh-oh.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a caller?
Yeah. That's a call it in.
Yeah, that's what I usually do when I do my podcast. Somebody call me, I'll get on it and put them on speaker. Let's
Yeah.
go. But yeah, so that's what it was. And back in the days, man, it was real. So I think 50 changed his life around. He's still using that technique as far as beefing online for exposure, because that's what it is. And you gotta know how to change with the times. But I feel like back then you had to be wild and grimy to get out. To get what you needed to get, and now that you're older and you made it, because he about to turn 50, I think. 50.
Nah, he's 50 already.
Oh, so he'll be 51.
Yeah, he should be 50.
So
he might be 52 or something.
no, 50. I'm older than 50.
Oh,
so
okay.
he must have just turned 50. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like back then you had to do the things you had to do to survive, but now that you're here and you older and you made it. Like, you can't be out here doing that. And plus, the times is different with all of this forensic evidence and cameras everywhere and speed trap, red light, bus stop, bus this, everything camera. Like, this is not the time to do crime. So I don't understand why these YNs is out here going crazy, doing wild crimes that's on camera, and then get on a live and talk about it. And then want to say, oh, no snitching. What? You already snitching.
Right.
You snitched already.
On yourself,
Yeah.
too.
You
they show
snitched
the
already.
watches that they stole. They showing the chains. They coming out.
You can't be online trying to get publicity of crime that you've done and then say no snitching. Bro, you already told on yourself. Because the courts is already up with the times. So they're going into your rhymes. They're listening to your lyrics. They go into your social media accounts.
Absolutely.
They're watching to get these cases solved. Aside from the informants that they got, because, you know, the government is paying mad money to these informants.
Absolutely.
There's some of these informants that you see is out there doing well, got nice cars and all that. They're informants. That's their job. Their job is to be in the hood with the goons for people to think that they down and they real and they snitching. That's like the guy who got, what's the dude from Chicago who went down?
Not Justin.
Nah, the guy who had the dreads, the young rapper.
Oh,
Fuck. His name was, I forgot his name, but his man that went away and did 5 years or whatever came home and was an informant and had a microphone in his chain. And every time he was around him and the niggas was talking, they got him. And that's how, aside from all of the other evidence that they got from when he put a hit out on the one of the killers that killed King Von.
Oh, one of those guys.
Lil
that
Durk.
group.
Lil Durk is
I
his
was
name.
going to say Lil Durk, but I wasn't
nah,
sure.
That's him.
Yeah,
he
the
got
one
killed
with
because
the
he had
dread,
an
right?
informant A nigga that was down with his crew that he looked at as an OG nigga that did some dirt and went to jail, came home, he gave a nigga like 50 or 80,000, jewelry, all that. This nigga was an informant. So I don't know what y'all niggas thinking y'all doing out there, but yo, everybody's an informant or everybody's snitching nowadays. So it's like, just do what you do to get your money and take care of your family, man, because you ain't gonna do much and get away with it. Because everybody out here is telling, it's too much cameras, it's mad forensic evidence. You can't go against DNA. You can't go against that. And everything you do is you leaving DNA.
Right.
Anywhere you go and you touch anything, your DNA is left there. You spit on the ground. You shoot a nigga and spit, that DNA, they gonna get that.
Absolutely.
And they gonna know that it was you there. Or what was you doing here? Hey, Barshawn, what was you doing here at this day? Because we got some DNA from you on the evidence. You could have just been there that was standing there, nigga got blamed, and you spit and got up out of there. Your spit was there. Your DNA's there. They're gonna forensic that and they're gonna bring you in. And you probably be the one to fucking tell. Oh, it wasn't me, but I seen such and such. He pulled up on him and he blamed him and why he eating McDonald's.
That's how it be. And they online telling it while they going to McDonald's. So what you got coming up next, World? What are you into right now?
Well, tonight I'm on Grindhard TV because I wear two hats. I'm not only World Around.
Do you do Grindhard TV? When do you film that?
Wherever I'm at.
And you do that basically every
wherever
day.
I'm at.
And
if I go live
in the hoods,
I'm
right?
Everywhere. I'm everywhere with it. Yeah. But like right now, Grindhard TV is live on YouTube and on Instagram. And tonight I'm gonna also be filming at a party at Shark Bar in Harlem.
Okay.
Sue's Demigod, her birthday. We was out in South by Southwest. You know what I'm saying? She's another R&B dope artist that got a lot of shit going on. She's networking, doing with a lot of people, and I support her. And we supposed to do a lot of records together. We didn't get to that yet, but it's going to get to that. But she has a dope voice. She's dope. She's a good person, so I support her. So tonight we're going to be at her party. Grindhard TV will be filming it, and I may perform and do 1 or 2 songs and shit for her birthday and whatever.
I was going to make you perform a little bit here.
I can.
Definitely. You see, I got the mic right here. You like that?
Hell fucking yeah.
So I said,
I like your studio. This is dope.
Thank you.
This is fire. Like I'm gonna send a couple of people your way to come and get interviewed on your show because this is a dope ass environment. When I Googled it and I see where it was at, and I'm like, all right, so this is nice, a nice residential area. But I knew already. I know what niggas be doing to their basements and turning they shit. Because I go to the studio in Queens. I got to shout out to my guy, Mixed by Design. Mixed by Design, his studio is off of Farmers in Linden.
Okay,
so
not
people,
too far
when I bring people over there, they be like wondering, oh, this is the residential area. But then when they go to the basement and they see it's a whole built out studio, they be like, oh, like, yeah, nigga.
That's how this is.
Exactly. This is when I came down. I'm like, oh, this shit is nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to you, man, having an official studio. And shit like that.
Your girl
you know
Platinum.
Yeah. You doing your thing, man. All we gotta do is get more people knowing what time it is. That's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming through. World. You're my first guest. You're
Word?
my first guest.
Yeah.
You are my first official guest. I had a little setback. I was supposed to start early in March. I had some death in my family and all of that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so that has set me back a little bit. But I said, I'm booked until I think July already.
Okay, see, there you go.
Yeah, already.
And I ain't gonna front, when people come through and they see when they sitting in your studio, they gonna be pleasantly surprised. Y'all see already. Like I'm here. Look, y'all see Grindhard. We in here. This shit nice.
Yeah, it's
definitely shit
nice.
Nice. Shout out to Platinum Plus. You already know. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
hoodpass.
So yeah, let's get on. Let's give us one of your. What's your latest song right now?
Again, like I said, I got the record out with Blue Lion and them, but that's a feature. I'm only rapping on that. I got the Cold World out that's being re-released through Sony, and I got the Can't Wait that I'm performing on the Red Hook series.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel comfortable with doing.
I'm comfortable with everything.
Yeah.
I got. Every song I got, I'm good with. But
are you still in the same studio I came to in Brooklyn? How's Math?
Math, he don't do that no more. I don't think he has S Street Media anymore. But I still have a bunch of archived episodes on Math S Street Media YouTube channel.
Okay.
But I don't think Math does the S Street Media thing anymore. Like he's, went and started doing his own thing with his own working and stuff like that. So I don't know if S Street Media is still active in that studio.
Oh, okay.
But
That
I know
studio was all
when
right
you go
too.
to YouTube and you type in Grindhard TV podcast, I got about maybe fucking 30 or 40 episodes still you know what I mean, lined up on his joint. So I'm archived on a lot of different people's platforms, and I'm on a bunch of different platforms. Every Thursday and Friday, I'm on Rough Riders Radio, iHeart, and Spotify from 10 to midnight every Thursday and every Friday.
I had a slot on Rough Riders.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what happened?
I was gonna go on with Grandmaster Vic.
Oh, okay.
That's how that was going down. And you know.
Well, you'll be on it again because I take the audios off of this and I put them on Rough Riders. So next week, this will be on there.
Yeah,
From
shout
I'll
out
take
to
it
the
right
Rough
from there.
Riders.
Shout out to Miss Info, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole crew over there. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas is doing y'all thing. I appreciate y'all giving me this opportunity to do what I do. So
Thank you for coming by and sharing this time with us today. You know, and
shout out to Blue and Lazarus that ain't make it because y'all niggas be running late. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Y'all get up here in the next time and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can send people your way.
Yeah,
And,
definitely,
you know, got a lot of
definitely
shit
do that.
going
Yeah,
on.
that'll
You know
be
what I'm saying?
dope.
And yo,
You know, I
everybody,
like to have-
watch me on Tubi, Lucy the movie. Watch the Red Hook series that's on YouTube and it's on In the Black Network. And I got another movie coming out called Switch Hit, where I play an aggressive a bully, like a bum, a homeless bum, a homeless bully, I should say. You know what I mean? And I kind of like flip up somebody and rob them and shit like that. We supposed to be homeless, but I'm like a bully.
So
a homeless bully.
when are these things coming out?
The Red Hook series is out right now on YouTube and it's on In the Black Network.
Okay, it's called the Red Hook
season 2.
series.
Yup, the Red Hook series is
Okay,
out.
and then
season
Lucy-
2, and Lucy the movie is on Tubi right now.
Okay,
You know
good.
what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
So everybody that be watching Tubi, y'all could just look up Lucy, Loosey, because it's about the cigarette trade. You know, when everybody was selling cigarettes and all that.
Lucy's.
About Lucy, yeah, that's what it's about.
All
so
right.
I play again. I'm black. I'm the cousin of Jay, and Jay is the nigga that gets the cigarettes from the reservation plants and all that, and I'll be delivering them and shit like that. So it's what's the guy? It's a couple of people in it that you'll know. Like you know, he got some well-known people in the joint. That's
All
in
right,
it. So
that's
you'll
what's up. I need to give me a little role on the Red Hook series. You know,
yeah,
come
Red Hook
through.
series is. I don't know if they still shooting season 2. They might be done, but I know they're gonna do season 3 because they just closed the deal with in the Black Network, so they're gonna probably give them more series. But I'll plug you with the guys and send them to you to interview them and everything.
Yeah, that'll be
You know
good.
what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Shout
Yeah, I
out to
like
the
to do
producers of that.
up-and-coming producers,
Nah, they
up-and-coming
doing their
artists,
thing because
everybody that's
every time they
yeah.
drop a new episode, that shit goes to like 10,000 instantly.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
All right, good. So let's get to it. Your boy
Yeah.
World
of Rhyme, I'm here. So what? How I'm gonna send you the record or something like that? What we doing?
How you gonna play it? The music, right?
Yeah.
What music?
Yeah. Oh, what you wanted me to do? You wanted me to rap or something?
I wanted you to however
Just
you,
acapella or what?
Yeah,
Oh, I can do it right here?
Yeah.
All right, so then I can do it right here.
Unless you want footage of him on the mic or what?
No, I had liked it there. I liked the way it looked right there because I know that's kind of right, World.
Yeah, that's like a mic. They call it a mic drop, but it's
That's a condenser mic.
All right, so then just give us a little 16 bars, World.
all right.
This is
All
from
right,
what?
this is what I performed on Red Hook series. I
Okay.
think it's episode 4, season 2. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see me perform that on this. How bad I wanted this, I sit back and I reminisce back when I was a little kid. How bad I wanted to make it big, the glamour and of the glitz. That's why I really learned to spit. My lyrics peep the cleverness. It's better shit, more levels than yours. Yeah, I be really outside, but this was written indoors. It gets sticky like beehives when I be spitting them 4s, 8, 12s, and 16s. My shit's mean like mad dudes. Promoters, they book me and I get cream cause cash rules. Supporters, I'm really glad you potato heads, I'll mash you. It's greater later, you haters, stay on these nuts cashews. I'll blast you if I have to, you bleeding out, I'll laugh too. Don't try to stop me or I'ma eat and go. Fast food. Wendy's chicken nuggets think they fuck with what I'm spitting. Y'all biting what I'm writing. My flow is so finger licking. I'm shitting. When I'm done, y'all rappers really must be dumb cause I'm coming. I want it all and I always stand tall and I pray to the Lord, of course, y'all. I can't wait to get on. Niggas calling me crazy.
World,
You already
World's
know.
phone going off as he
Yeah, that's my
All right,
people's
that's what's
that's
up.
my people's calling and shit like that. You
All
already
right,
know.
that's what's up. We gotta check you out.
Yeah.
Episode
That's
4,
that single.
season 2.
That's called I Can't Wait, and that's on that. I'm performing that on the Red Hook series. Y'all can see that on YouTube or in the Black Network season 2. 1 and 2 is out, but I'm on season 2. Produced by Blue Diaz. I got the whole World of Rama's Vision project coming out. That's produced by Blue Diaz. You know what I'm saying? And we got some shit going on. Don't forget about Blessings account, Blue Lion featuring me, Worldarama, and Crucial Mr. One Love out right now. It's a lot of stuff we got going on. Just Google Worldarama. I'm very Googleable. You know what I'm saying? Worldarama. And we here. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank
You know
you
what I'm
for
saying?
coming
I got
out.
my hood pass. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. You was number one on my show. I appreciate you, World.
Word,
Really,
appreciate
thank you
you
for
too.
coming out. Thank you for,
Facts.
for your future people that you will be sending
Yes,
to me.
I
And,
will, definitely.
You know, yeah, I'm trying to make it here too.
Nah, this is a dope ass setup. I ain't gonna front.
I appreciate you.
What's this? Is Q me?
QMI music.
QMI Music. Yo, shout out to QMI Music. It's your boy Worldarama. We here. You know what I'm saying? Platinum Plus. You know what I mean? We here.
Look how I did the
Yeah.
how I did the world.
Yeah. Grindhard.
Hey, Grindhard. Yep, that's it. All right, y'all. We going to the outro. I'll see y'all next time. Same time, same platinum channel, same platinum place. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come through. I'll see y'all next week. I got a whole lot of people coming through. We got new guests coming. My boy Smurf is going to be on. You know he's in Trinidad, but he's coming out.
Oh, he's back in Trinidad?
He's still in Trinidad.
Nah,
My
I
girl
thought he went
Kiki
away.
Quiet. My boy Jeff Harris. My boy Joe Springfield from Breaking Bones Productions.
Wow.
He's coming through. We got a couple of artists that's coming through, up and coming artists. You know, people that's got their clothing line. You know, people, all kind of artists.
Facts.
You know, we just everybody that wants to showcase what they got.
Right. And they serious about it.
And they serious
Because some
about it.
people don't want to get guests to come up here and they ain't really doing nothing. They just want to be on something just to talk their shit. They could do that shit on their own live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When people watch your show, you want it to be some substance. Somebody that's really doing something. And after they're on your show, that they'll promote and let people know that they're on your show.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about. And that's
I
one thing that
appreciate
I do. Anything that I'm involved in, it's me on it, and it's my brand on it, so I'm going to promote the hell out of it because I'm
Right.
involved in it.
Right.
And that's how it's supposed to be. So if somebody ain't promoting what they doing with you, then they ain't serious about their shit.
Thank you. I
And that's how
appreciate
go.
that very, very much,
what I'm
y'all.
saying?
And we out.
Y'all know what it is. Your boy Worldarama. We always there. Y'all never there. Platinum Plus, Hood Pass. We going to see y'all at the next one. On hard, baby.